Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today, it's going to be about Google and XRP. It's going to be about Ripple, Justin, Sun, and Ethereum, about Bitcoin generally, and a lot of other things. So make sure you watch this video all the way till the end so you don't miss out on any important crypto news. And also, guys, make sure you support the channel by pressing the like button and subscribing if you are already enjoying daily crypto videos. And the question of today is, do you think we'll see Bitcoin at $10,000 this year, or do you think we'll see a fall, a very, very big fall, and nothing else? Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. I'm going to reply to every single commenter who asks this question or anything like that, and let's get going. First of all, ex-Google employees, Ripple's XRP is a transfer medium, not a currency. So yes, the former head of Google Venture Capital, who led the negotiations with Ripple in 2013, spoke in an interview about how the startup was able to convince the global corporation. Rose considers it unlikely that XRP tokens will establish as a currency, and he believes that the use case for the token is rather limited to a medium of value transfer. So basically, that's a big bearish sign. However, it's not exclusively bearish as, well, being a medium of value transfer, that's basically what we're going for mostly. I mean, if we're talking realistically here, the real purpose of XRP is to be the intermediary currency, right? So if you want to go from US dollar to Mexican peso, you're going to use XRP in the middle, right? However, it could also act as a store of value theoretically because it's so easy to cash out to different currencies and whatnot. It's at least what it's looking like. It's not meant to be XRP taking over the whole banking system in the way that it's going to be the only currency people are going to be using, because that's just not that realistic unless crypto is going to take it to a whole new level where you can buy every single thing through XRP. But then again, we're talking about years and years, and that's a thing that people can't predict yet. It could theoretically happen, but that's not something we can predict just quite yet, as I just said. An early and prominent investor in Ripple, and a pretty serious one, Kevin Rose, who led Google's venture capital investment in Ripple in 2013, spoke in an interview with TechCrunch about his current opinion on Ripple and the crypto XRP. In the interview, Rose explained that during the pitch, Ripple was able to convince the VC arm of Google with the promise to familiarize the banking system with the blockchain tech by implementing payment routing using the technology. As a result, Google invested an amount not publicly known in the San Francisco startup, and Rose described the reasons for an investment by Google to quote, "Early Ripple reminded me of a company that could come in, put some standards in place, and have these uptime guarantees and work with commercial banks and create a backbone that was based on blockchain. The excitement was around creating something that commercial banks could understand and get comfortable with, because they weren't comfortable with just a random blockchain technology created by anonymous founders." Rose added that the idea of developing a blockchain-based interbank system for transfers and messaging was an exciting idea. However, he never really saw a use case for Ripple's crypto, later launched as XRP back then. There was a very different world when Ripple was first getting off the ground, and the excitement that it had around Ripple was the cryptocurrency was so raw, and there was no way for the enterprise to embrace it in any fashion. So even today, Rose still doubts that XRP can become a viable currency used by everyone. Instead, he confirmed Ripple's plans, which, unlike other crypto, focus on handling worldwide money transfers. To quote again, "I never really saw the use case for Ripple as a currency." I think he means XRP. "I understood that it was going to be used as a way to handle settlement in some capacity." With regard to the use case of XRP as a medium for worldwide money transfers, Rose also noted that he is optimistic and sees a good chance that Ripple's XRP tokens and other blockchain tech will be used in the future without anyone noticing, which is a really, really good thing, and that's a certainty in my book as well. And last quote, "I could see something like a Square Cash move into some type of stable coin underneath the covers to where we're still using it today and it's connected to our bank accounts. And all of a sudden, all the settlement are happening on the blockchain. Things like that will most likely happen in a really simple and easy to use interface by a very trusted brand. For example, Ripple." Cool story on that. And on that note, what I should tell you guys, oh wait, by the way, last but not least, According to Rose, the market still needs some time to mature before the tech can penetrate the mainstream, a process that is likely to take another few decades, or at least it's going to continue for a few decades. To a certain extent true, because I mean, Swift's been in for 4 decades, and it's also logical to understand that revamping the whole financial realm and the whole world to, a technological new time period is not going to go overnight. We all know that. And it's most likely going to take another couple of decades, or at least a decade, I would say, before we're in a completely different atmosphere where everything is, just digital and stuff. It won't happen overnight. There's still going to be people attached to cash. There's still going to be a lot of waiting. How do you say it in English? It's like you're waiting for something to happen before you start to check it out. You're waiting for everybody to familiarize before you're going to check it out. I think that's what a lot of these mainstream institutions are going to be doing. But to quickly clarify my stance upon the whole thing, I do believe that XRP could make it very, very far as a currency, and I do actually believe that there is a chance that they'll, not go with this transfer medium only and actually stick with, hey, we want to be a currency, a full-fledged currency, and we're just going to be like the US dollar, but then, XRP. You're going to be able to buy a boat, buy a house, everything without having to transfer it first to US dollar to be able to buy it. Kind of like, I don't know the economic term for it anymore, but what we did in Europe here, where we have the United Euro, everybody's like accepting it, where it's basically, every single like in the United States is better option. I don't know what the exact name is, but it's like every United States county, is that the name? No, state has different dollar bills, because they're all printed locally by the Fed. However, since the interest rates and the rate between exchange is zero, you're never gonna debate on the value of it. Everybody's going to accept every single dollar, even though it's from a different facility, right? They're all the same. The same kind of could go with XRP, where everybody's like, you know what? I'm just going to accept XRP. That would be if it's pegged to a certain thing, that would be that way. But I would say like everybody's just going to accept XRP like it's just $1. You can use it everywhere. It's just the simplest thing in the world. Everybody's like, yeah, sure. Give me some XRP. Instead of $1, just give me 3 XRP. It's the same thing. You can just buy everything with it. That's like the ultimate goal. However good it is to be able to realize that, I don't really know. I can't tell you guys yet. It's just going to take a whole switch in the crypto space, and it's definitely not going to be happening in the next couple of months or even years. It would take a very, very long time and some very hard work from some very important people. However, I think that would be the ultimate goal. The most realistic goal for the short term is that it's going to be acting as a very, very, very good transfer medium / intermediary currency at best. And I guess the shortest term right now is just that it's going to be like every other crypto, trying to work on some, but still, getting the ropes tied. But still, I think they're on a very, very good path. Full court WordPress. Coil deal boosts functional blockchain and XRP by Corey Johnson on Forbes. That's pretty cool. So this is from Spring themselves. XRP powered Coil could put crypto transactions into the hands of tens of millions with WordPress deal. But will it take? Well, XRP and WordPress come together in a newly announced integration by Coil. The excitement over how much blockchain could do has always been outmatched by what little blockchain does do, but that may finally be changing. Today, the San Francisco-based startup Coil announced a new integration with WordPress, the dominant publishing engine on the web, and it means that the website creators could get blockchain metered payments whether the content is free or behind a paywall. And better still, users currently accustomed to giving up their private info to unknown cookies will have that personal info protected, and they could even enjoy WordPress-powered sites advertising free. This is a big deal, guys. This is a big deal. Could have some crazy impact on it all. Coil's tech nodes when a user visits a Coil-enabled site and apportions a payment to that site, paid out in cash or cryptocurrency, specifically in XRP. This could be the biggest use case for XRP ever. That's pretty damn straight. That's pretty damn cool. Can Ripple XRP regain its yearly high of 34 cents? Theoretically, yes. Will we see it happen? He doesn't know. I don't know. So just wait for it. Why Justin Sun called Ethereum founder the greatest thief of all time. That's a pretty heavy accusation to make right there. We all know there's a historical beef between Justin Sun and Ethereum's founder Vitalik Buterin, because Vitalik says, well, Justin Sun, the founder of Tron, has just stolen our white paper, changed a couple of things, and basically launched an Ethereum 2.0. That's worse. That's kind of what he stated. And Justin Sun is like, you know what? Screw you. We didn't steal shit. We're the best. We the number one. We're gonna get to number one, baby. And he's just mocking Vitalik all the time with all the things he's buying, and he's saying that Ethereum founders trying to be like him, and he's just jealous, yada yada yada. A lot of them is just jokes and cynical stuff, and I don't even know exactly what happened here. It's all just kind of stupid back and forth going all the time. So it's nothing new, nothing crazy to get worked up about. But this is what happened just right now. Vitalik Buterin at the eye of the storm following Hive suggestion. And that was something that happened a couple of days ago. And yesterday, Ethereum co-founder Vitalik made a suggestion that Steam users should migrate to Hive. This quickly brought a sharp rebuke from Justin Sun, who quipped that all Ethereum users should also migrate to Tron. The drama continued with exchange of words between the supporters of the two involved parties. Buterin laughed off a claim made of Twitter user Charlie Foxon that Ethereum is stealing money from people. This prompted Justin Sun to call Ethereum chief the greatest thief of all time due to the amount involved. So yeah, Bitcoin rallied 6,400% last time it made this formation, and it's back again. Like what happens every so often. We get these messages very, very often. Golden crosses, I think they have like a 63, 65% rate of being a good one. However, it's happening a little bit too often to credit. Like you can see here how it's working. For example, this Bitfinex, 18th of February, Golden Cross, 24th of March, Dead Cross, 21st of May, Golden Cross. Here it didn't work out. Here, we're going to be seeing, it kind of looks like it did do something well, but basically what I'm trying to say here is that I don't really believe in golden crosses as much as I used to, just because of the success rate. It's not like it's gonna happen for sure. It's just a good likelihood, So if you want to take the bet, it's very good to do with a golden cross. But for all the people that are wondering what's gonna be happening to the price, man, you gotta tell us. This is just an indication, but there's no way of knowing that really something big is gonna be happening, even if historically something great did happen. That's basically my point. Why May 22nd is an important day for the Bitcoin price movement? Well, Deribit options expire every Friday. Options is a derivatives product that is completely... Oh, wait, wow. Sorry, guys. What's going on? Options is a derivatives product that is complex but can nonetheless provide higher rewards for traders. And in exchange for immediate non-commitment, the trader has to pay a premium or discount, state the strike price, and wait for expiry. Depending on the options type, the settlement date tend to attract a lot of volatility since traders either have to exercise their options if it is in the money or leave them to expire if it is out of the money. Deribit BTC options are vanilla and cannot be exercised before expiry, and therefore as volumes spike May 22nd and May 29th could end up being days of heightened volatility as a sizable chunk of the $1 billion of traded volume will expire or exercised. Gonna be crazy, guys. Might be seeing something crazy happening here, but let's wait. Again, Golden Cross. Staking will turn Ethereum into a functional store of value. Asho Jha is an investor, data scientist, and tech company executive who enjoys finding and analyzing unique data sets for investing in both public and private markets. And basically, he's stating that Ethereum is going to be very, very good and juicy once staking comes live. Ethereum's going to be good then. However, we've read these types of articles very, very often. It kind of sometimes looks like a little bit of an ad or kind of a boast in your own, socials or something like that, because it's pretty obvious, all the stuff. However, since it did say he's a data scientist, I do to some degree believe that he's just really interested in this type of stuff and wants to enlighten us. So if you're interested more in Ethereum staking, you can check it out. It's an elaborate article explaining a couple of things. However, I think all that he's stating here is pretty obvious for any person who knows what Ethereum 2.0 is about. And last but not least, best-selling author who predicts $75,000 Bitcoin advises people to get Bitcoin. This is also not something crazy or strange. Rich Dad Poor Dad Robert Kiyosaki has again said that people should get Bitcoin, get gold, get silver. Yeah, and people are going a little bit bananas on this still, even though it's already a little bit older. But yeah, people be people. So Bitcoin, by the way, is getting close to 10,000. So what do you guys think? We're going to hit it or we're going to go back down? Say for XRP, do you think we're going to hit 25 cents or going to go back down? Let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys again in another one.